Did you like your first YouTube video? Did you? Oh, who's that? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I've got something a bit different. I'm going to introduce you to my little baby boy. This is Nye. Hello. Like probably most mums get asked all the time, what is it that you bought that you thought was good? What is it that you bought that you didn't need? So I'm going to go through sort of the things that I found really useful. The main things you've got to think of is they sleep, they eat, you've got to wash them at some point, change the bam, and you obviously have to take them out and about. All the excess stuff that I bought I didn't really use. So we'll start with sleeping. So this little one slept in a side cot next to us, so I'll show you that in a second. And he also slept in a sleepy head. They do recommend that they just like nap in it, if you see what I mean, like when you're there awake in the day. And I think that is like my #1 product that we bought that was so handy. We used it so much. Obviously, like, you can put it everywhere. Yeah, so we haven't got the sleep heads anymore because I gave it to my friend. Didn't I? I gave it to your girlfriend. I will pop some pictures here of it like in use. They do say that it's up to like 8 months or something. I mean, he's 6 months and there's no way he'd fit in it now. Like, he was literally like that by the time we moved him out of it. And also what I would say is it's quite difficult to wean them off of it. It does only take a few days. But to start with, they like don't know what to do with their arms when they're sleeping. So yeah, they are expensive, but we literally used it every single day. You can put it all different places where you are, as long as it's got like a sturdy surface. And then obviously you can see them while they're having a nap or whatever. This was his crib. It's like movable. It went next to our bed. It lasted till he was 6 months, and then we moved him into his own room. So this was really good, and I liked that it went with like the decor as well. You do get a bumper with it, but obviously they do advise don't use these. So these cellular blankets we use all the time. They've got like the holes in them. They were really handy. Obviously they don't get too hot in those. And then other things we had was these sleeping bags. So these are like, they sort of do up underneath here and here, and then they can like move about still, but still be covered, because they literally, as soon as they can kick their legs, this will be coming off. Like, this won't stay on them, whereas these do. These come in like different thicknesses. So he was born in August, so we had a really light one. And then obviously we've got a heavier one now. So as far as what you need for the crib, obviously get some sheets, because you will need to change those quite a lot. Waterproof sheets are good. Obviously you have to make sure everything's really breathable. So another thing that I would really recommend is swaddle blankets. We were bought some, and I wasn't sure on it at first because I thought, oh, imagine like sleeping like that. Like, I wouldn't like to do it. But when a baby's born, like, they basically, like, they're asleep and then they just go like this all the time. So the swaddle blanket stops that and makes them sleep through it, basically, otherwise they wake up. So that, I mean, oh my God, literally, I wouldn't be without those. Yeah, you're gonna grow. Go on. Clever boy. So there's one more thing that I would say to get, and that is a video monitor. That was so helpful for us. I'll put the link to our one below because I actually thought it was really good. It doesn't have to be plugged in. It also reduces the sort of, I don't know what it is, like the signals or whatever it is like that. And that is used for sort of when he is asleep, so we can sort of see what he's doing. So this is our monitor. This is set up to his crib, so obviously you can see him, you can hear him. It's got temperature, everything like that on it as well, and it's got a really good battery life. So I'm just gonna take you through to his room where he sleeps now. So in here you can see it's really dark, so we've got his blackout blinds that sort of stop the light too much from coming in when he's asleep. So as far as changing, like, really you don't need that much stuff. Obviously you need your nappies. I always think it's better going for a bigger size than a smaller size. You will need loads of those, especially like the first like week or so. You need some nappy bags, and these are to put the dirty nappies in before you put them in the bin, and it will stop it from smelling. You can get the like the bins that you put the nappies in. We didn't get one of those, although I did really want one. I didn't end up getting one, and actually it was fine. So brands of nappies, I don't think matters too much, to be honest. You'll find the ones that like work for you. The more expensive ones didn't actually tend to be that good in comparison, if you see what I mean. So the ones from supermarkets actually I found were better. So you'll need loads of baby wipes. These ones are the Sainsbury's ones, which I really like. I think they're the best ones. You'll also need some sort of like nappy cream or something like that. He actually started to get nappy rash when I used that, so I stopped using that, and somebody recommended Vaseline, so I use that now. And obviously changing mats. So get one for upstairs, one for downstairs, wherever you need it, because you're not going to want to be taking him up, down, whatever, just to change his nappy. So really good as well to get like a nappy caddy that you can put it all in. Other things you'll need is muslins. You will need loads of these, won't you? Because you're sick all the time. So these you will need constantly, so I get loads and loads of those. So here you can see towels. To be honest, we got baby towels, but to be honest with you, a normal towel is absolutely fine. Just have one like that's special for them. Clothes wise, again, like you can buy so much stuff, but they grow out of it so quick. Things you really need is long sleeve vest, short sleeve vest, or sleeveless vest, depending on time of year. Loads of comfy joggers and sleep suits. You will go through so many sleep suits. The ones that I like, I don't know if you can see there, but there's like a cuff on them. They're from Marks and Spencer's, and that covers their hands so they don't scratch themselves. You need a hat if it's cold, a sleep suit if it's cold, and loads of pairs of socks. Because it doesn't matter if you're a baby, you will still lose all your socks, won't you? So loads of socks. We can wash in and stuff like that. Yeah. Obviously, when they're first born, they're so little. Like I literally use like the sink, like the kitchen sink that's bigger. Or you get like a washing up bowl. It's literally like a couple of quid, and you can like wash them at sort of your level then, which is really easy. So I've got one of those. I have the baby Aveeno wash, so anything that's like gentle like that, and that does body and hair. So for him, I have to use a conditioner, but just since he's been like a little bit older, just because he's got curly hair and it gets like matted if you don't use that. I have his baby brush that came in that Tommie tippie kit, and really importantly, we have 2 sponges. So he has one for the face, one for like his bum area, so you know that they're not getting like cross-contaminated, especially when they're little. Now you're supposed to like just wash them obviously when they're new first of all. I didn't get a top and tail bowl. You literally use it for a few weeks, so we didn't get one of those. I just used literally like 2 different bowls, or my partner used 2 different bowls, and sort of you can just do it that way as long as you don't get them confused. So I did buy a baby bath. To be honest, I didn't really rate this one, but it's non-slip. It was a little bit difficult and it was a little bit too wide for our bath as well. But just get like a really simple like bath chair that will help you like support them while you're washing them, because it's really hard to hold them and wash them. So as far as like cosmetics and stuff, you don't need that much stuff. So we had zero base because he had a bit of eczema, but we used coconut oil when he was first born. We recommended, and also Charles Farm moisturiser as well. I'd really recommend. We got this Tommie tippie kit. This was so helpful. So this has nail clippers, scissors and emery boards. You will not want to use clippers at first because you'll be really scared. Yeah, but as they get a bit older, you can use those too. And that has the thermometer, toothbrush, that the hairbrush and a comb in it as well. Obviously, like you need a car seat, cot, all of that as well. So I would really recommend a travel system, just for the fact that it's so much easier and everything sort of fits together. So he had a maxi cozy car seat that went on a base, so you could use that on its own, or it had like a longer thing that he could go in that sort of went upright. It also had a bassinet, which was really handy because I used that like around the house and stuff in the summer, and so you could use it literally right the way through to being a pushchair from being a baby, so that was really handy. So his buggy and car seat is actually in the car at the minute, but yeah, I mean I wouldn't necessarily just recommend my one, but I mean just any travel system, and make sure you get one that's really easy to put up and down. His one I don't think is easy to put up and down, which made it quite difficult. Car seats, if you can, get one that swivels round, because it's much easier when you put them in and out of the car. Okay, so this is my nappy bag. So I didn't get a normal nappy bag, I just got a rucksack. It was good for him when he was really little, but now he's a bit older, I am really struggling to know what's in the bottom of this. So I would recommend getting an actual nappy bag that you can get to all the bits properly. Yeah. What I would say that was good about this though is that obviously my partner can use it as well, and he doesn't mind wearing it because obviously it's just like a black rucksack rather than like one of the like more feminine nappy bags, if you see what I mean. What you need for your nappy bag is a changing mat. You can use the disposable ones as well if you so wish. Baby wipes, nappies, like teethers or any toys that they have. I take Milton sterilising wipes as well because I like the clean. Don't we? Yeah. And obviously if you're on formula, take bottles and your formula as well. Oh, and nappy sacks, don't forget those. I wouldn't worry too much about teethers and stuff like that. And if you want them to have a dummy, get a dummy. He wouldn't really take it that well. But obviously get a dummy if you want one of those as well. Okay, so up here in the kitchen, we've got Tommie to be prep machine. So when I finish breastfeeding, that's what we use. For anybody that's using formula, that is a lifesaver. I can't even explain to you how good this is. Steriliser, you need one of these for the bottles, and they say you're supposed to sterilise up to a year old. And you need your bottles. Now with him, he didn't take to these ones straight away. He takes them now. So don't buy like loads and loads of bottles because you don't know what they're going to take. Try one. If he likes it or she likes it, then obviously get the rest. Let's go and have a unit. You've just had your milk. You can have another one instead. So when cleaning the bottles, this is what I use. So a big bowl, fill it up with warm soapy water. Yeah. And have your own sort of bottle brush to clean it all. So bottle brush have that. You just literally pop the bottles in there, put your water in. You put like all these bottles. You put 90 mils of water in there. Just pour it in. And then you press the on button and then that will sterilise the bottles. They also, if you take the handle off, have one of these to clean the nibs. So you need one of those if you're going to be doing bottles or expressing. Another thing that I think is really important if you are going to breastfeed is to get a breast pump. I had the Medela Swing one. I have put it in storage now, so I can't show you it. But that was really, really handy. So this, next to the sleepy head, is probably my number 2 thing that we bought. I didn't get it straight away, and when I got it, I was like, why didn't I have this from the start? This is a bobby pillow, so this is the proper bobby pillow, so it's really thick. And that basically goes around you, so you can feed your little baby like this if you're breastfeeding, or obviously like this if you're not. You're not gonna lie down in that now, are you? You're too big. But this really saves your back, like really saves your back. I've literally bought it for 2 of my friends who've had babies. And obviously when they get older, you can use this, they can lie sort of front ways in it for tummy time, or they can sit in it and help them sort of learn how to sit up as well. And one thing I found really helpful, which I did with my friend, and she found really helpful as well, she's got a 7-week-old, doesn't she? Yeah. We went on a first aid course, like a baby first aid course, and honestly that is like, yeah, it was so helpful to know like everything. It just puts your mind at rest that if anything did go wrong, you would know what to do. So this is the company that we did the first aid with, and it was so good. So I'll pop the links underneath. Comment, like, and share your sort of tips as well, because obviously it's going to be really helpful for everyone with a new baby. Say bye.